Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off in Detroit. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Here's 2nd and 14. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They motion the tight end over. Goff on 3rd. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, it's Goff. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's tackled for a short gain. Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front.
Hello, MKL.
The Lions readying for the punt. And this will put it in.
Hello, MKL.
One's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
We know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do something.
All right, MKL. So we have a potential playoff matchup between the Lions and the Vikings. Potentially, depending on Madden, winner gets in the playoffs as the 7 seed and will face off against the 2 seed Seahawks. So right now, my money's on Utter. Utter, if you do not know, has had an amazing year so far from what he used to be. And we're going to see a deep bomb to Justin Jefferson. Gets picked off by Defensive Rookie of the Year, Nehemiah Pritchett. Pritchett takes it down to about the 42-yard line. And I believe the Lions had the ball first, so it's huge to get the ball back in that situation because it is extremely hard to stop someone on offense in this game. There's almost little to no defense unless you are running double mug. You see the Detroit Lions come out in pistol before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run this play in Madden 25 before, which is just insane to me. We're going to see a Monroe on a corner route, and we're going to see Williams on a post. Very different from what Spit normally runs. He potentially has Jameson Williams for a touchdown, and Spit is just a Jameson Williams merchant. That's the only guy he can throw to that gets open. If it's not a streak to Jameson, it's either a kick return or a deep post, and I'm very surprised Goff is able to deliver that bomb after running backwards about 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So Spit strikes first, 8-8. Gonna be super sad if a team that's 8-9 gets in the playoffs, but we already have a team that's like 4-10 going to make the playoffs in the Atlanta Falcons, who just secured their spot today in MKL. I'm not sure if that's an MKL first for worst team to make the playoffs, but that's absolutely huge for Rajan, who undeniably probably has the best team in the NFL as far as speed and construction goes. Made some really huge trades and signed Tyquan Thornton off the practice squad, so he just has speed everywhere. And we're going to see Spit come out in this cover quarters overload. Okay, never mind. He's going to come out and mug. What the fuck is going on?
QB said, "Hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion."
I have no clue if I'm fucking live right now because YouTube's dicking me. So we're going to see this quarters overload, which I showed Spit. Spit is a dock merchant. Everything he's ever learned about Madden is from me, dating back to 2017. We're going to see an out route to Jones here, pick up the first down, which is huge for Utter. I'm not sure who I'd rather play, the guy I know who runs everything that I do, or Utter, who I just demolished by 35 points. We're going to see Utter hit Jefferson underneath, and you know, Jefferson's not really a coveted guy in the league due to him not having like 94 plus speed, but man, in man coverage, I don't think there's any corner besides maybe Sauce or Patrick Surtain that can cover this dude in Madden. And the tight end's left wide open. I don't know if he's going to cover it. He does not cover it. Thankfully, he runs a flat route, which is absolutely sucks. Hawkinson was on any other route, it's probably a touchdown if he goes vertically. When tight, wide off weak, a formation that I like. 2nd and 10, still the first quarter. Using Kirby Joseph on the running back, doesn't matter. Jordan Addison is going to beat Terrion Arnold for a touchdown, and I feel like this game is just going to turn into who can throw the ball the farthest. That is a very nice play that I just saw. I don't think I've seen that slot cross play. Would love to add that to my arsenal.
That one right down the middle. And we're all knotted up. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Buying some time right. He's taking a shot down the sideline.
And honestly, that should have been a pick. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties, but we're seeing a lot of play action. Would love to see some blitzes out of this, because if you're going play action, you should get blitzed.
On shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. over a long distance, a tip like that.
We are going to see a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get the outside, and he's going to run for 17 yards. Absolutely huge.
First down, Detroit.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back.
I think this is mid-blitz here. I like this call from Utter, especially out of play action. He doesn't blitz, and everything's bagged. You should not be calling play action ever in this game.
He just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10.
It looks like Jamison Williams might have been open off the streak. We're going to see Goff roll out for no reason. You should not be rolling out with Goff,
It brings up 3rd down.
especially when he's only blitzing 3. You're going to have a clean pocket all day. You know, one of the things that some people need to develop is a pocket presence, and that can separate you from making the playoffs or not, is that lacking pocket presence and just rolling out or going backwards when you don't need to. Madden has implemented it into the game to where if you step up into the pocket, you're going to get more time, but if you roll out or just run backwards, like Spit tends to do, and we see a blind read to Mekhi Blackman, and this could be a touchdown. He gets the corner, and it's going to be a pick six. Utter takes the lead here. He's going to celebrate. Bad sportsmanship. Suspend all his players. Take all of his rings.
Beautiful. Not just making the
And
interception.
I maybe see the vision. Maybe it gets there if you highball it, but I don't think Spit highballs passes.
Way to the house.
But even then, you know, you're throwing into triple coverage. I'm not sure I see the vision. It looks like it was Stevie Wonders versus John Cena. I can't see you. None of y'all can see me. And it just turns into an interception.
NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
Spit essentially loses this game here if he does not score off this drive. Oh, thank God.
Short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Steady. Hey, dude. Casting by yourself kind of sucks.
On God, but it's okay because I'm here now to save the day. I'm really excited.
Thank you. I'm really running out of talking points besides Spit throwing streaks, and he's going to lose this game because he got ball first and threw a pick six. And he throws another streak. It's going to get intercepted by Fabian Moreau. This game's effectively over. Goodbye, Spit's playoff spot, unless...
So one thing that I'd like to say is I was looking, and I think Spit gets in regardless because Utter does not win games in division ever. I think he'd be
They're
3-3.
They're tied in division games if Utter wins
So
this.
then I think it goes to conference, and Utter doesn't win games there either.
So Spit would have a one-game advantage in conference, but I have missed playoffs before, even though I had more conference wins than someone. So I don't know.
I know
what
at
it goes
some
to.
point it goes to Madden does not use all the real-life tiebreakers.
Yeah,
And eventually they give up and go by alphabetical order.
which would still be
So-
Spit, right?
Yeah, which L comes before V. Because what I do remember is that if it goes to alphabetical order, you want to be the Bears. That's who you want to be. So the Bears really are the best team in franchise.
First, it's 2nd down.
Wow, we're seeing mid blitz here out of Spit. Didn't teach him this. He probably just learned this from you. We are going to see
You know, I
motion,
don't
and
think
it's going to
he's
fuck up this
going to-
man.
2nd and 10. McCarthy.
Wow.
Tries the double pass.
Over this one.
So
Big long.
what I like to do when I'm casting is clear my screen so that my co-commentator is watching the same game as me. And not
Oh,
in a
fuck.
lane.
My fault, Cuh.
It's okay, man. This is exciting. I'm really excited to actually.
I deleted how you had me set up OBS, so I had to wing everything. And we're just going to see a blind read. Oh my god.
His guy catches it in the end zone, but it's knocked out. What a play by the Lions defense.
Yeah, you
They're
know.
gonna have to take 3 instead.
With the uncertainty of them making the playoffs, that's a gritty Dan Campbell type of play.
I mean, that's one comparison. I'd just go as far to say that I want to say it's a bad throw, but at the end of the day, he caught the ball. So, how bad could it really be? Kicking off deep to Jameson Williams, I always try to avoid him because then he runs in a straight line for a touchdown.
Yeah, if Madden gave devs based solely off of kick returns, Jameson Williams would go up in a dev already.
That would actually be such a cool feature if they did that. It's just that everyone would do it to dev their guy and then use them as a not kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
So if they had, I don't know, there's just no way for them to do that. Just have a different dev for a kick returner. Special teams version.
It locks your abilities into kick return abilities only,
yeah, I mean, that
return
would be,
man, stamina up abilities or whatever.
That would be
second
an
win.
undesirable lineup of abilities, gotta say.
I see this play from Spit a lot, and I don't think it ever works for him.
I run this play, not this play. He ran a completely different too, and it also doesn't work. So I can't confirm.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
do.
of the play I just run.
I do like the concept of the motioned out wheel, but I feel like a user follows it. I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, this is really weird.
If others user just commits, it's a pick 6, but I think he gets bumped or something.
Sometimes you just do things just to do them. And Spit, he's the master of that. There's no thought, no rhyme or reason. Don't think, just do.
Yeah,
and that's ultimately been the game plan heading into this season.
The game plan is, if I don't know what I'm doing, my opponent won't either.
That's right.
And we're going to see a big crosser. And, one of the things, I don't know if you heard me talk about it, is that good Madden players have good pocket presence. You don't roll out if you don't need to, and you don't go backwards. He does
good
both.
Pocket presence is just not what we saw there. He's just I'm just going to waddle to the left until I throw the ball or I get sacked. And then he waddled to the left and got sacked. So sometimes you just gotta stand there, as hard as it is, or even walk forward, which is a little scary. But it's difficult for sure, and not everybody is capable. But with enough hard work,
we're seeing all streaks. He just throws it up because, and Amon-Ra, sees Jordan Addison on the other side almost come down with the ball and says, I can try that myself, and gets absolutely clocked.
Yeah, but unlike Jordan Addison, I think his ego, he wanted to one-up him because he had 7 defenders there. He's like, oh, you can hang on to the ball for a half second with 2 defenders? Well, watch what I can do versus 7. And then he, did his thing.
Yeah, a little bit of a punt dot right there from Spit. Comes out in single wing tight. I'm not sure if Spit knows how to shoot run gaps, but he needs to. He does.
Wow.
Down to the 1 yard line.
Down at the 1. So this is a really, really horrible spot if you're utter. But this is also the stuff of legends. A 99 touchdown is on the table here.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of yards and a lot of stats.
Why not just throw it up to Justin Jefferson? He does exactly that and he catches it. Man
I thought he was
coverage.
going to go to the tight end on the streak for a second there. I think there's a world where he can throw that if he maybe with a high ball, maybe some free-form action. But he takes the safer option, even though I pissed myself throwing curls.
Dives with his
works out.
user. Aaron Jones breaks a tackle, about a 15-yard gain.
And Aaron Jones, I mean, he's a guy who really
Yeah,
knows
here's a
what to
guy.
do when he gets the football. It's just a matter of whether or not he can stay healthy. But we're playing Madden, so injuries, a lot less of a current concern. So Aaron Jones, pretty amazing in this universe.
And what do you think about the news coming out of?
Oh,
Aaron Jones recovers. I'd be heated. If that
my
was me.
God.
2 of his
Just-
defenders try to
He
catch.
hurdles for no reason. I don't know why people do that, and they're not punished for it enough, but somehow he gets the football back, and that is literally exactly what Spit needed to get back into this one.
Thankfully, get some pressure to force a third down.
Unable to get it off, gets railed. Big third down here. If Spit can get the ball back and score, this is a whole new ball game.
Yeah, I don't like coming out in man coverage here against this tight formation because none of your corners can defend anything. There's a zig route, kills man, and this could be a touchdown.
Spit's user not there, difficult to defend, and it's a huge chunk play for like 50.
Yeah, what do you think about Utter coming out in tight quite a bit? Do you like tight this year, or are you still a bunch offset Colts to
I mean,
guy?
I've always a bunch guy. That's always my bread and butter. But I like tight sometimes. So, like the year where PA Cross was amazing, and in my playbook, like I loved like busting that out. And I haven't really seen that play in a while, so I'm sure it fell off. But there's some great stuff in tight. Back to throw here. DJ McCarthy going to Jefferson. Caught.
Back shoulder dot. Aaron Rodgers-esque. Wow.
That was hot. That's exactly what you want to do against man. Find a route you trust. Bang, bang, throw with anticipation. And Justin Jefferson, probably one of the more sure-handed guys that you're going to find.
Yeah, if I'm Spit, running man's fine, but you got to make some zone adjustments or double Justin because Utter seems very content with throwing call routes all the way down the field, and you're not going to beat that if you're just running pure man.
Well, we'll see what he does, but for now, he needs to try and score a touchdown to put this game within reach here. So we'll see what he can do. I don't even know. This is like one of the weird bunches. Bunch to the right.
He's running China wheel, gets rid of the zig to put on his streak. Normally this cooks. He sees the tight end, Blake Cashman.
He just intercepted it by Blake Cashman, who at some point in the season was leading the league in interceptions.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure if he still is.
I don't think so. I think that is with Kalen Barnes now, that award or achievement.
Well, I mean, the fact that he's doing it with a non-lurker linebacker, you think that Utter is the best user in the MKL.
Maybe the NFC North, I'd say that. How about that, Steady?
I don't know if I could agree with that, but I mean, everyone is subject to their own opinions. Play action, McCarthy, cross, or double team, doesn't matter.
Celebration. I think Spit might be listening to us because he did double team him, but, on a crosser, it doesn't really matter that much.
I never understood putting two-man coverage assignments on the same dude, because usually that's just what's going to happen. And I think
I understand, back in like Madden 20 when you would cross-man your safeties.
Yeah, maybe if you were like far away, but like I don't think that was far away enough where like you play it wildly different. They're just both going to get torched, or they're both going to play the piss out.
And big thing here, Jameson Williams has no stamina, so he's not going to be able to burn anyone off his streak here. I don't understand this play call.
Trying, unless he's listening to us. He really has a beater out of this.
Yeah.
He loves throwing Jameson Williams. I think that's what he's going to look for. Rolling out to his right. Probably going to...
Wow. Doesn't get punished. Almost comes down with it, potentially.
Williams and 4 defenders. Jared Goff says, I like those odds. Chucks it up. Jameson
We're
Williams,
running the ball here down 4 possessions with 20 seconds left and 2 timeouts. I don't understand this. He gets the first down, but loses 8 seconds and has to burn a timeout.
Probably not ideal. I think the hope would be that he busts off a run, which is really more of like a college strategy. That's the thing I love doing in college. Like, there's a few seconds left. Let me run the ball for a 90-yard touchdown.
Oh, he runs the ball to set up the play action, I guess. But if you're Utter, like, how are you falling for play action?
You're totally okay with this play.
Okay, here we go. Something I like. Not out a single back, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it work, but...
Gets bumped. Kills the timing of... Look at Blake Cashman. This has to be the Vikings MVP here.
Blake Cashman is the best player on the Vikings. No ifs, fans or buts about it. Better than Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Better than whoever else is on the Vikings. That's really about it.
Christian Darrisaw, I guess, but our
Yeah,
O-lineman people, though, not really.
The most impactful player on the team is Blake Cashman, and that's crazy. So I'm excited to see what he can turn into as he just gets better. Ooh, Jared Goff's just gonna get creamed.
Yeah, 3-man rush, blocking 6. You don't like to see that. I'm not sure what protection that was or what happened for his guy to just scream off the edge, but we're seeing a run on third. You know, he can go for this.
Third down and 10.
I would like to see a pass out of here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you really do need to be passing no matter what.
He does get the first down, but you only have 5 seconds left. I'm not sure what the play call is. One play.
I think he's going to go short and try and get some yards for a field goal.
But does a field goal really help you here?
I think probably not, but at this point, I'd probably take it. Utter probably okay with giving it up here in prevent. We'll see how that works. I think it'd be funny if James Vallejo scored on a streak versus
I don't like any of these routes right now.
I'll tell you what.
He's going to throw this wheel and it's going to be bad timing. Okay.
Oh my god!
With 1 second. Wow.
I mean,
He's gonna rattle his. No, it's good. Gibbs! What? Yo! That's gotta be a clip.
I mean, his guy, for some reason, has a lapse in his judgment. Pulled away from the ball. It wasn't even his user didn't even pull him away. It was just the player deciding that he didn't want to go get it. A Cam Newton-esque play, except this time it results in a fumble recovery after an interception for like a 1,000,000-yard touchdown. And just like that, Spit's back in the game.
Yeah, uh-oh, that's not good.
That's definitely not good. But it's like they're going to be all right. Do you think maybe Spit thinking, I mean, I'd assume he's out of the playoffs, but I'd probably try and win anyway, just in case.
Yeah, if I'm Utter, I'm trying to win this game, regardless. Looking at it, there was a number of teams that could have made the playoffs if they potentially won. The Eagles were a team, the Cardinals were a team. They all could have finished at 8 and 9 and potentially had to go to tiebreakers. But if I'm Utter, fuck your division rivals. And there's nothing more than knocking someone out of the playoffs. I guess that warms my heart than knocking someone out of the playoffs. Especially if I'm playing for nothing. If Utter's playing for nothing and he does this, good on him. Team morale, locker room heading into next year, and more importantly, stats too. People are like, just give me the loss, but like, I want to play for stats and devs.
Yeah, I mean, deving up your players and getting stats is the most important thing if you're a team that's not ready to compete. So, giving up games to get stats, not ideal. Aaron Jones up the middle, gets about 10-15. That's exciting stuff. Hey, Ragin.
Hey there, pal.
Welcome to the booth.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with this because Justin Jefferson just has a free streak. He is going to run it with Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to make a man miss, gets the edge. What a nice cut.
And we're seeing a guy tote the rock, and we have the expert at toting the rock here, Raging with us. What are your thoughts on this game plan?
I think that the more the Vikings can lean on Aaron Jones, the better, because that is one of their strengths just from the get. A pretty athletic young offensive line and a running back with some solid abilities, and he has the ability to see the lanes pretty well.
I agree.
He's been seeing him tonight.
I don't like that Emmanuel Mosley is in this Penny, but this Penny is better at stopping the run than this quarter's overload if you don't know what you're doing out of it. It's 3rd and 5. If you're a betting man, are you betting that Utter picks this up right here?
I think Utter's going to pick this up. And on that last run, really, I think that could have gone big, but
I think so too.
Get stuck on the line.
I imagine we see a zig here or something. We see an out route to Hawkinson. Doesn't pick up the first.
It's a terrible animation. Maybe a bit of a bad ball.
Yeah, I think you've got to smart route that out route because that was going to be a danger with the out route going right with the first down line.
Yeah,
Just a little inaccurate. It's going to carry him out of bounds. Not ideal. The fours are going up. They're going for it on fourth.
I'm not sure I agree with this. You're just asking him to run the ball.
That is a girthy hole down the middle of
He checks to run clearly. He's just going to run the ball. Pick it up.
What a horrible defense for run defense. I don't understand.
You know, and that's a bit of the Doc teachings right there. Doc is like, this quarter's overload is the best at everything.
Dude,
And,
I wish I
he
could
learned it
like that.
He learned it from Doc, despite the he did not want me to know that he was learning this defense.
Yeah,
He's a little embarrassed about how like he doesn't run anything original. And
he does run Colts, which I don't run.
Yeah, then he maybe. Oh my God! Huge gap up the middle. It's rough going for
75 misses a block there. I bet he's pretty athletic. 75.
Yeah, if you don't know how to shoot gaps out of this formation, you're just gonna get killed all day. And we see a good shed there. That's Boye Mafe, the legendary Seahawk for 6 games, make a big play there for the Lions. And you know, if you're a fan here and you come to see, yeah, I'm gonna go to a home game and see my team secure a playoff win and secure their spot, and then you just get blown out by a division rival, how would that make you feel?
I mean,
Bad.
probably not good. Yes. And you missed it. You missed it, Rachel. Before half, the Lions got an interception and then lateraled it after the interception. Hey, oh my God!
Look at
Look at the heart, the heart
fight.
from Aaron Jones, and that's you know, that's something you can't teach. That's just, you know, from being a Green Bay Packer, he learned how to have heart and fight. He brings that talent over to Minnesota, and they're able to utilize it and get him in the end zone. But as I was, what the hell? He accepted it.
He's
Oh
going
my God,
for
he's
2.
gonna go for 2. I do not
Wow,
like this
big
call.
cojones. You know,
I
if you
don't
want to
understand.
establish dominance over someone, this is what you do.
Back to throw has Jefferson. Got it. So, got me up. Great call because it worked. Anyway,
Definitely one of the Falcons' finest wins was against these Vikings, and if you don't slow down Aaron Jones, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
certainly not.
Probably
Especially
one of the
'cause-
proudest wins from the Vikings from the Falcons, because there's not many to celebrate from this season.
True.
We're gonna see the stupidest play call I've ever seen. Down
gonna-
by 4 possessions, calling
No,
play action.
He just wants
To
to throw
throw a
to
bomb.
Jameson Williams, even if he has 4 dudes on him. This is what we saw last time. I said that, and then he threw it to Jameson Williams.
Gonna find
Ooh,
the
he
put on a
actually throws an
crosser.
open man. Wow.
Good vision
For the
from
first
Spit
time
there.
ever, Spit finds the open receiver.
And he's gonna
That's
hurry
something
up,
I've never
even though he
seen.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I've told him multiple times, if you hurry up, it kills more clock than if you just call a play. It hurries up regardless. Gibbs is gonna get tackled for a 3-yard gain.
There is quite a bit of clock, and if the Lions have found something here, the secret weapon to their offense clicking, throwing it to the open man, we might see a comeback.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure
I
if
think
that's the
that'd be a
case.
really
I
good-
think the secret is throwing it up to Jameson Williams and hoping he's
I mean,
just better
either
than
or.
the DB.
But the open man probably preferable. Wow,
That's
what
crazy.
elusiveness
What?
from Jared
Hey.
Goff.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
and he
crazy.
does that all to throw it to a flat route for -2 yards. What a play from Jared Goff.
Yeah,
Amazing.
if you're utter, I feel like any normal Madden player is pass committing in these situations. So I don't understand the play
Yeah,
action.
100%.
Goff on third.
Play action. Back to throw. Going
Delivers
over
a
the middle,
strike
that's
over the
Jameson
middle.
Williams.
Jameson Williams breaks a tackle from Byron Murphy, gets his clock absolutely clean. That tackle was brought to you by Clock Cleaners, where we clean your clock.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, throwing to the open man, working pretty well so far.
I would
I think
not
this is a
be
good
shocked if
strategy.
he streaks Jameson Williams here. Nope, he
I mean-
doesn't. Keeps him on the in route. The in route, and that's the issue with. He's calling timeout. To get it-
Really bad play.
I don't know why you're calling it. there
Maybe
at
on
all.
fourth down somehow.
I think he might
that
just be
doesn't make
flustered.
sense. Maybe he dropped his controller and accidentally,
I don't
when
think
he
so.
caught it, he called a timeout. But
Maybe his
I
little
mean-
sister wet the bed.
yeah, I have no idea. Back to throw here. Cancels the play action.
What a
Going
dot.
over to the
Okay,
crosser.
never mind. Jamari
Wow.
Thrash.
Wow, what a play from that defender. I mean, I didn't know if he was going to get over or not. I wouldn't have thrown it, but unable
I'll
to.
step in to say that, you know, this is a good opportunity for a field goal just to make sure you get points. You know, keep the positive momentum going.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
think he should
agree?
kick a field goal because otherwise he's throwing a pick. If he snaps the ball, it's getting intercepted, and the game's going to be over.
Oh,
Finds
that's
a corner,
open.
it's on
You bet it
Monreal.
under. Oh,
Kevin Bynum picks it off, and
And that was an interception. Wow. I'm
And-
Tony Romo in the booth.
so I have a question
Imagine
for you guys. So I heard from the Lions locker room and front office that they're blaming their offensive problems on Jared Goff. Would you say it's a Jared Goff issue, or would you say
I
it's a
think,
play calling issue? The play calling.
I think a pass lead elite could throw that. Maybe even just a guy with a bigger arm. But you still just gotta I mean, you've played an entire season with your quarterback. You have to know what you can and cannot throw.
And we're gonna see a
And just
pick by Cam Hart.
Just like that. Another interception. Boy, this is sloppy. Oh, Jesus. It's not often you see a 300-pound lineman get to lay out an offensive back, but right there lays the boom.
We laid it, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on the interception. You now have a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
And if this is a run, I don't agree with this at all. Because you're just
Speaking of
wasting
traumatic
crap.
brain injury, I think we should check Spit after the game. He might have a bad case of DTE or something. I don't
Or
know.
PTSD, maybe,
I
from
don't
throwing the
know
ball.
what's going on with some of these decisions.
Yeah,
But-
if you're Spit, you got to clean this up if you do make the playoffs. But, you know, the way they're playing, I'd say the Vikings probably deserve it more than the Lions.
100%. I think the Vikings are a team that will be a play. Ooh, yuck. Yuck. What a disgusting throw.
Spit's just
Nowhere
saying,
near the mark.
whatever play has play action in it, I'm calling it. Even though those are probably some of the worst plays that you can call right now.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
really
but
just
goes straight to play action. Blows my mind.
I mean, 3rd down and 12, likely not the spot for play action. Luckily, he's going to cancel it. So, we
I
go
don't
back
like this
to throw.
combo at all. He rolls
Rolling
out
out
to
to
where
the
none of
right.
his receivers are. And Laporta's going to catch it for a touchdown. The Lions have life.
I mean, the linebacker there, I think that's Dre Greenlaw, incapable of making a play.
Yeah, if that's Blake
It's
Cashman,
somehow.
that's an
Yeah,
interception.
Blake Cashman, one of the best defensive players in the league, definitely could make a play there, but not Dre Greenlaw. So, but they have life. Down 18 here, 6 minutes remain. They're going onside.
You know, if any Madden player was to get this, I would say it would be Spit.
Well, let's see what
Has
happens.
a shot. He has a shot.
And it's going to be a touchdown to Jordan Addison.
Recovers it. Touchdown, Vikings.
It's so funny because he clearly had a shot. This guy just whiffed massively.
What the hell?
It's crazy.
And, you know, that's not worst case scenario because that takes no time off the clock.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was wild because that kick was executed to perfection, and honestly, his guy just did not animate.
Well, I think it would have been a penalty if he touched it first, but yeah,
I think it was right in the right spot.
I just, I can't believe that happened.
and we're gonna go to play action here. I say he gets sacked.
Has anyone ever done that in real life?
Probably. Yeah.
Well, Jared Goff here trying to make something happen.
Hey, the guy you told him about, the
I think
6'7".
often, they just go down because often the situation is, you know, you're going to get an onside, so if you get it, you win or something. So to run it back is kind of an unnecessary risk, but I bet someone's done it.
And that's the issue with play action.
I mean, not the move. Why does he do that? Can you talk to him about that? I think that's a thing he could improve at, certainly.
I bet this is PA Reed.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So mid blitz here. If he's running play action, he is literally going to get railed. He's going to take back shots. Luckily, he's not going to do that. Thank God. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Has his man.
Wow, I guess Amon-Ra is another breed of receiver.
Yeah, he does hurry up.
He caught the ball. I'm proud of him.
He
But,
should have hiked it
fourth
for
down
easy
the
first
game,
down.
so-
The defender was offside.
I think
He's just chucking
Oh
it out
my
to
God,
Jameson.
what the frick?
And that almost got one-handed picked. And for the game, I'm not sure you should be
I
throwing
don't.
it.
So you read man. You have a drag route. You have an in, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna throw this streak. Didn't work out, and now Aaron Jones is just gonna have his way with the Lions.
The first negative play we see here by Aaron Jones on the day, which is
So
a
is
testament
this
to the
for
Vikings.
the final
O-line.
wild card spot?
It potentially
I-
is. It comes down to tiebreakers, which I
There's a
believe
lot of
Spit
people.
has.
A lot of people who can get the spot. Holy frick! Gunning it down the field. Caught Jordan Madison. Touchdown, Baja. My goodness.
I mean, that's just one of those fringe plays where you're
I
up
mean-
game, but there's not too few amount of time to where it's. I mean, you're not up 35 yet, but geez, you hate to see it when you're the other
Well,
team just
I mean,
piling
Spit's
on.
a guy who, probably isn't one to give up. I mean, he's been using he used a timeout in the third quarter for no reason. That was really stupid. But it's looking pretty rough. I mean,
Yeah.
down by 32.
Yeah, if you're
not
Spit
ideal.
moving forward into the playoffs, what do you think you got to clean up to potentially get a wild card win?
I
Is it
think he
even
should.
possible?
He needs to not throw interceptions. He needs to maybe lock up on defense a little. The pocket presence, as you said, probably could be very much improved.
Less play action, would you say?
I mean, that helped. Three-man rush, and he just kind of comes in and
Yeah,
rails Jared
you know,
Goff.
that's what happens when you do back up 10 yards.
Yeah.
It's going to happen again. Throws it up to Jameson. Normally,
Jameson Williams is a guy I feel terrible for.
Yeah.
The guy is just, he gets so many jump balls. It does not matter if it's single, double, triple, quadruple coverage. Jameson Williams is a guy he just throws it up to.
Runs the ball on 3rd and 20.
What the
He's
hell?
ready.
Jameer Gibbs is going to Naruto run to the sideline before he's tackled.
I mean, they are having some stylistic run competitions in this game, and that may take home the victory.
Imagine.
Yeah, I wonder if FanDuel had a prop line for over-under celebration runs in this game.
I mean, that is freaking hilarious.
There's been a lot. It might be a record.
I
Yeah.
don't understand.
I think that's just Spit being on full
back
tilt.
throw.
Good streaks right next to
Jameson
each
Williams is gonna get nailed again. I feel so bad for him. Somebody please trade for Jameson Williams. This poor kid. This young
All
guy.
right.
So
Where
much
we at?
potential.
Could we see a 35-point rule break by maybe Rusty Utter coming back to the
I think
ACL?
so, because Utter may not know math that
100%.
well.
I think
We're seeing a
that's
timeout for no
possible.
reason.
Well, I mean, like I said, Spit's not the kind of guy who's gonna give up.
And you know, something
Now, here's the
crazy.
guy.
Something crazy about this is Spit's center was in first place for offensive lineman of the year, and
I
I'm
think
not
he's
sure.
not going to have that
Yeah.
after this game.
And number 2, we're gonna
Oh
see
my
pick
God,
by Darren
intercepted!
Arnold,
Darian Arnold has one man to beat J.J. McCarthy.
and he's not going to
yards
do it.
to
I don't
go.
think.
He has to cut in. He has to cut in.
Unable to get past him. But
So-
it's down to the 30.
So
Maybe
Spit
there's life.
loses. Not only does he lose this game, but I think he loses out on a superstar dev.
Loses the game.
Absolutely,
Hold on.
bro.
There's still 2 minutes 17 seconds. What if he can score 32 here in 2 minutes?
Yeah,
Anything's
like Tracy
possible.
McGrady, 12 points, and
Oh my God! He's throwing it to Jameson.
he gets a touchdown. And I guess that's why you just throw it up. That's why you just throw
That's
it
a
up.
terrible pass. That's
Oh,
a
no,
terrible
Utter-
pass.
Utter took his
That's
guy out of the
unbelievable.
play, put him in the spin cycle. Couldn't animate.
What? Well, you know what? When you throw Jameson Williams every single play on a streak,
He's
gonna
eventually
catch
gonna
it
come down,
eventually.
yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You know,
He said-
he's covered. He'll get it eventually, man.
He said, I'm
I
going to break my
believe.
ribs regardless on this play. Might as well come down with it.
Yeah. Well, it works out. But it's not a thing I could recommend for long-term sustenance. You know.
Yeah, especially with
Certainly
someone who
not.
has had some injuries in the past.
Yeah, you're really putting him in position to snap his spine. A lot of terrible things that could happen. We saw a great Lions receiver in Calvin Johnson retire early. And I think we could be seeing a similar story with Jameson Williams if he continues to pepper him on every single play, running a streak. I mean, that's really the worst part. It's not like he's running these short routes and getting popped. This guy is expending all of his energy running in a straight line down the field every single snap of the game.
I wonder how
nailed
much
every play.
How many pounds Jameson loses a game? Because you got to think he's sweating a lot.
Oh my, what the? Dude he tries to do a tight end pass, a wide receiver pass. No idea what the move is there. Not really a thing that I see much in this game. It's more of a college thing.
And in a running scenario, we're going into quarters, which he's shown he cannot stop the run out of. Maybe things are a little bit different.
So.
What a cut by Aaron Jones.
Yeah, that was a great cut. Cuts it back inside.
Gains 10. Oh, never mind. Gains 4.
What the hell? How'd you confuse 4 yards?
Dude, it's because I was thinking about the 3rd and 20 where Spit threw an interception on, or 4th and 20.
I will never understand how your brain works.
I mean, at this point, what are the Vikings doing? Making adjustments? Just hand the ball off?
First down wins it, so they're going to try and get it back to throw, going underneath.
Jefferson breaks 2 tackles. Thankfully,
2 defenders on him, but he's able to make one miss and breaks tackle from the other, but going to get brought down by...
It would be a big punt here. It would be an interesting...
I think if you're Otter and you're up by 1 million and you want to disrespect your opponent, go ahead. We are seeing Jameson Williams return it.
He's going to get nailed again. This is so sad. Okay, that nice little, normal tackle, no hit stick, no Roman Reigns spear.
He's
nice.
asking...
He's going to run... Oh, my God. That's just so bad. He's going to throw the post. He's going to throw this post to Jameson Williams.
Yeah, Jameson Williams is on Orange Samna. He needs a Gatorade break. He's asking Dan Campbell.
Oh, no. Okay.
And if you're Goff...
I thought that 500-pound defensive tackle was going to intercept the ball for a touchdown.
You know the nice thing about coming out in 5 right here is you can't call play action.
That is nice.
Maybe he could find a way. So Jared Goff.
There's just 5 streaks on the field.
This is the most spit play call I've ever seen.
It's gonna work out.
Yeah, up the seam.
If he hurries up, he's stupid. He doesn't hurry up, thank God.
One of my favorite NFL names, Thrash.
What is his first name?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Thrash is describing what Spit is going through, a major thrashing.
Yeah.
Are we going to see 5 more streaks on the field?
I'd rather get railed in the regular season than the playoffs. So.
Wow. What I came down with that.
Interception.
It's not over yet. If Spit gets a safety here, he can get the ball and get 2 onside kicks.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to pack it up. I'm ready to go home. It's been kind of a difficult night.
Yeah. Do you think the lights were too bright for Spit, knowing he was going to be accommodated?
I think the pressure was certainly a contributor, but at the end of the day, tried your best. You did what you did all season, and that's throw streaks to Jameson Williams. And it didn't work out here, but you might get another chance in the playoffs. You might not. You might be going to sit home on the couch. Who knows?
Yeah, with that offense, if it's clicking, you can beat anybody.
I mean, the AFC has Sniper potentially missing the playoffs at 11-6. Meanwhile, 8-9 is good enough for the last wild card spot in the NFC. So, certainly the tale of 2 conferences,
And
battling.
I would like to point out, Jared Goff, Jameson Winston's 30 for 30 was incredible, but Jared Goff, I think, has gone 40 for 50. Maybe more.
Really? 50 interceptions is a lot to throw in a game where it's offensively dominated.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to not score.
Let me check out this stat line from Jared Goff. But let's go over to Jared Goff really quickly.
Let's get Jared in for an interview. Jared, how are you feeling after
Jared, how are you feeling about throwing 55 interceptions and 57 touchdowns?
I mean, you know, that's a very Madden stat line. Yeah, you know, 1-to-1 is pretty normal, but maybe not this year. So, not ideal. I'm very curious to see what Terrion Arnold gets. Very exciting stuff.
Plus
Oh,
2
change of
zone?
direction.
Wow.
Yeah, change direction. That's awesome, man. Terrion Arnold. Hopefully, you know, I know the Lions are praying that they have a shot at the wild card here, but they may or may not. I don't know if they're all that quite deserving of it.
I'm pretty sure I can figure this out live on the air right now.
Well, when I looked and compared to Utter, I think Spit still has the tiebreaker.
Yeah, by
But
one
there's some
conference
other
game.
teams. There's some other teams in there,
Well,
and they don't.
What's their
Madden,
head?
and they
It's
split.
only the Cardinals.
They split.
So the thing,
Cardinals
there.
taking
so
a
the
fourth
thi-
loss.
but the thing with the Cardinals is
The Lions have clinched.
Well, Madden uses different tiebreakers.
Yeah, but the Lions have clinched. Like they have an X next to their name.
do they?
Oh, really?
I don't think
Yeah.
they did.
Well, it's there.
Well,
The Lions are going to the playoffs.
I can't wait to see them in the playoffs. The only
You
got
don't get
thrashed by 30,
like for sure.
and
Oh, they do? Wow. So the NFC is going to be the Packers with the bye, the Seahawks with the 2 seed, the Cowboys with the 3 seed, the 49ers with the 5 seed. And wow, this is going to be very interesting as the Falcons are going to be playing the who?
No,
The Giants?
they play you. No, wait, no. They're a 4th seed. Hold
Yeah.
on. They play the
Hold up. Let me stop being
two
stupid.
plays 7. 3 plays 6.
Yeah,
4
so
plays 5.
I think this is a lock
Oh
on the
frick! Oh frick!
The
Super Bowl
Falcons versus
rematch.
Nick. Wow, Super
my
Bowl
God.
rematch.
Oh my god, that's crazy. It's not often you see a Super Bowl rematch.
In the wild card.
Oh man.
Nick versus Rage. What an exciting game. I'm sure Nick will get thrashed by 35. Raging is the best team in the league.
And
Not
Rage-
even close.
Will the
Don't have a
Falcons have
quarterback.
Kyle Pitts and Isaac Rendell back?
I have no idea, but
We do. Yeah. but
Falcons
Penix
poised to
is-
make a run.
No abilities for Penix is not helpful.
I mean, Penis Man probably desires to have some abilities in his life.
So,
We'll have to make do with
Steady, let's get your NFC divisional, I guess, playoff prediction down here, right now.
I think you are going to beat Spit. He's incapable of doing anything that you aren't going to know exactly what he's doing, which was what I've been trying to tell him all season. So I think it'd be hilarious and narratively good. That's not really what I wanted to say, but like, that's basically what I mean. If he lost because of that, you know, I honestly think Wally could beat the
Bats.
Giants. Yeah, that's pretty likely. I mean,
The Giants will
Cowboys
be
are
without
way
Malik
better.
Neighbors.
The Cowboys are a lot better than the Giants are. I think Bats is better at Madden, but I don't think it's gonna quite be enough.
They
And
do
then
have
Ragin
inside
is
stuff.
going to absolutely murder the 49ers. It's going to be disgusting. I don't even know if we're going to be allowed to show that on the air, but that's going to be what happens. Which
Yeah.
means that it'd be Atlanta
Coming
at Green
to
Bay.
Green Bay. That's quite the
Yeah.
matchup.
That would be quite the matchup. Two legends going at it. I think the Packers come out on top in that one. No bias though or anything. And then probably the Seahawks slamming Wally, which will then result in the Packers slamming the Seahawks like they did in the regular season. But really anything's possible. I think the NFC is either Ravens or the Packers. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. And then in the AFC, it's really just H-Coke versus Stinky. And that's all there really is to it.
You know, I think a nice underdog potentially is the Raiders. The Raiders has shown he can beat Stinky.
I think the Raiders could make a run, but I think it's a lot less likely Ducky's been red hot. He beat H-Coke to make this run happen. For
He
the
got a
playoffs.
force him, I thought. He
mean,
got a force win.
I thought he played him.
Are we overlooking what Wavy's doing with these
What
Ravens?
Wavy's doing with the best team in the league?
Yeah, kind of coming on late, you know.
I don't know, man.
And he has Isaiah Likely. So
He's a
maybe
guy
he's
who
a likely.
we called his game with the Chargers, and we saw some things that make me shy away from that pick. I know Shannon Sharp, pretty big on those Ravens, right?
Yeah, right now he's looking pretty good with his Packers Ravens pick, I think.
Well, I think one of those will be right. I think the other maybe not.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are definitely going to prove it right.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an honor to be in the booth for you fellas today. We got to watch a terrible game. It was really funny, though, watching Spit do exactly what I said he was
there was some
do.
noteworthy highlight plays out of there.
I really felt like Tony Romo, how often he'd do the thing that I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.